Hey everyone, welcome to another installment of Harry Potter Theory. In this video, we're going to be discussing the main character of the Fantastic Beasts franchise, Newt Scamander, and the school that we all know and love, Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. We're first introduced to Newt Scamander in the new Fantastic Beasts films, where he's one of the main characters. Though much of Fantastic Beasts takes place in the US so far, Newt is actually originally from the UK, and this of course means that he attended Hogwarts. In his later years, Newt became a famed magizoologist and authored Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, a book which outlines the study of magical creatures. I have visited lairs, burrows, and nests across 5 continents, observed the curious habits of magical beasts in 100 countries, witnessed their powers, gained their trust, and, on occasion, beaten them off with my travelling kettle. In the films, we see Newt interact with a much younger Albus Dumbledore, who, at the time, is only a professor at Hogwarts, and not yet headmaster. When Newt visits the school, he's already a man, but it's clear that he's quite familiar with Hogwarts. We're even shown a flashback of him as a young boy attending the school. But one thing that's fairly unclear is whether or not Newt actually properly graduated from the school, as we know that he was subject to an expulsion at one point. In the school year of 1913, Newt's love interest, Lita Lestrange, had an experiment with a Jarvie go awry. Jarvies are magical creatures resembling massively overgrown ferrets, and it has been expressed that Lita's experiment put the life of another student in danger. Her little experiment also violated laws pertaining to the possession of the creature, and the combination of the 2 penalties would have resulted in her expulsion. However, Newt, who didn't want to see her punished, took the blame for what Lita had done, securing his expulsion from the school. What this should tell us is that Newt never graduated from Hogwarts. However, in the About the Author section of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, Newt's book, there is an excerpt which suggests that Newt did end up graduating. Upon graduation from Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, Mr. Scamander joined the Ministry of Magic in the Department for the Regulation and Control of Magical Creatures. So, what does this mean? This seems to suggest that he graduated, and it's only further complicated by a tweet from Rowling that sort of suggests the opposite once again. Dumbledore was a young teacher at the time Newt was expelled. He wasn't able to revoke expulsions. So, did he graduate or not? This is all very confusing. Fortunately, there is a tie-in book which examines the events of Fantastic Beasts a little bit further. In The Case of Beasts, Explore the Film Wizardry of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, there is an article directly addressing the details and outcome of Newt's crimes. Notes: proposed expulsion from Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry due to the illegal possession of a magical beast causing endangerment of human life and violation of animal welfare laws. 101/304. Magical Beast, Jarvie, Level 3. Punishment: expulsion from Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Further notes: the expulsion was never enforced. Hogwarts Professor Albus Dumbledore defended Newton, resulting in his name being cleared. The Ministry of Magic Animal Welfare Department were also informed of the violation and required to rehouse the magical creature. So what this means is that though Newt was expelled, it was never actually enforced. I'm not sure that expulsion is expulsion without enforcement, but apparently that's what happened. It looks like Dumbledore stepped in to defend Newt, which is really no surprise given that Dumbledore was a big Newt fan. He even gave Newt's book rave reviews. Newt's masterpiece had been an approved textbook at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry ever since its publication, and must take a substantial amount of credit for our students' consistently high results in care of magical creatures examinations. Based on all of this, I think that it's a fair assumption to say that Newt did end up graduating from the school and was certainly allowed to keep his wand. What do you guys think? Did Newt graduate? Is this all a bit messy to you as well? Let me know down in the comment section below. Until next time, it is the quality of one's convictions that determine success, not the number of followers.